Oh, that was weak. Cool. All right. Well, we're back. I think this is probably going to end up being the first episode. Mike's will be like a bonus one that we release afterwards, because I'm probably going to edit this first. John, we agreed to call this not for everyone. Yeah. That's the slogan of our home state, so we thought we'd adopt it. Because just like you and I, John, we're not for everyone. This won't be for anyone, everyone, either way. And our guest today is certainly not for anyone. Keep this closer to yourself. John had a great introduction for him. Go ahead, John.
All right. Jews, why are they here, and why would it be better if they all just disappeared? Our guest today is less than of an expert and more of an example why. Guy Knoll.
Now let's fix this so this isn't in your face the whole time.
Yeah. Thank you, John.
Not a problem, buddy. I wrote that after you called me about the whole encampment thing. I was like, all right, I gotta at least start with something. So when I lose this next argument, I got at least one punch in.
You get one joke in.
There we go. Yeah. We don't want to cover your giant nose or your beautiful face.
Thank you.
All right, slide over for me. There we go. We got you nice and involved.
Wow.
Damn. Actually, that fucked it up more. There we go.
Want to take it? Well, first off, it would help if you fixed the bottom of the thing.
That's true.
I'm glad I'll be in the second bonus episode.
I'm just trying to make it so your face isn't covered by this arm.
Yeah.
But it really just wants to keep blocking it.
Probably just hold his mic.
Yeah, let me just.
All right, you just want to hold yours?
Let me hold mine.
All right, cool.
I'll just hold mine.
God, that was embarrassing, dude.
This is how we're starting it off. Oh, sick.
Say it's not for everybody.
Ayo. Yeah, cool. Well, thanks for being here, bud. It's our first step. You were born in Israel, weren't you?
No.
I thought you were born in Israel.
No, my first language was Hebrew.
Oh.
I was not born in Israel.
Oh, close enough.
I spent every summer
over there.
In Israel. Yeah.
And as we know, John is a Palestinian.
Yes.
So at the end of this episode, they're going to fight to the death. And the winner gets the homeland.
I'm pretty confident.
Yeah. If everyone in the IDF looked like Guy and everyone in Palestine looked like you, I think it'd be over pretty fast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, where are my rockets?
And then Daddy USA comes to bail you out. All right, we're not going to get too political. Yeah. What were you were saying something earlier before we started this. And you're like, oh, let's save it for the pod. Oh, you're going to teach me some good Jewish...
Oh, you wanted to know, some Jewish slurs.
Yeah. Not slurs.
Oh, it's not slurs?
Keep it
no,
closer.
We already know all of them.
Yeah,
all the slurs?
Yeah. No, wanted to know some, like, good Jewish, like, sayings. Because, like, you came up here and I said, oi, gavolt.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, no. Oh, my God.
Yeah, teach me some other good ones.
There's schnorrer. Schnorrer means, like, a needy person, somebody who asks for a lot of money. A yenta, that's a female that complains a lot.
Okay.
An altakaka, that's Yiddish for old shitter. It just means old man.
Old shitter?
Yeah. What else do I got? Let me think. I mean, obviously you have pishak, that's shark.
Shark?
Pishak.
Is that like loan shark, not a physical shark?
No, it's a physical shark.
Oh, why do you guys have a slang for like sharks?
Pishak. I just find that word funny.
Yeah?
The Yiddish word for it, pishak.
Why don't you just call it a shark? I feel like you're adding extra work there.
It's a good word.
All right. you with me on that one, John? Doesn't it just seem like extra work?
I mean, it also seems like weirdly close to Pshaw, which also is just like don't worry about it.
Pshaw.
Pshaw?
Yeah, right. You've heard that one before, right? No, you've never heard Pshaw?
No.
I thought you were a fan of old TV. I think they say that over there all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty sure,
Yeah, I thought you'd know this guy.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Stone Age?
Yeah, like an old TV. Like, I'm pretty sure Ricky Ricardo used to say it after beating his wife.
Pshaw?
Yeah.
That's funny. After beating his wife. Oh, shit.
Fagala? That means gay. Doesn't mean the other higher offenses. It just means gay.
Okay, sure.
Unless you shorten it.
Yeah, unless you shorten it. I'm not gonna.
Maybe that's where we got it from here.
That's kind of what I was saying. Yeah.
There's What else is there? Oh, this one's a great one. This is a Yiddish curse.
Okay.
Gealken Kuffen.
And it means?
May you take a shit in the ocean and sit in it.
May you take a shit in the ocean and sit in it.
Yes.
Sit in the ocean or just sit
sit in the shit in the ocean.
In the ocean.
That you've.
I mean, if you have to sit in your shit anywhere, wouldn't the ocean be the best place to do it?
Oh yeah.
In some ways, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's
way
better than just like on the subway.
People shitting in the oceans, was that like a popular?
I think
spot?
they were hoping the Tsar or the Nazis or somebody like that, the Kremlin
would shit in the ocean.
Sit in their own shit, be unpleasant. Was shit or piss? I don't remember which one.
I like that. That's how far a Jewish curse goes. Is they just want it to be unpleasant for you.
Yeah, it's not like fuck your mother. I hope you all die. It's like I hope you have a really uncomfortable time
in the water. Yeah.
In the water.
I hope it's unbearable.
I hope you get a sunburn while you're out there too. And you sit in your poop, it's gonna give you a rash.
All right,
very Jewish insult. Nice. All right, cool. Guy, we've heard here on the podcast that you've got a brush with your manhood being given to you, bestowed upon you. Bequeathed.
She's probably gonna bequeath on him.
Ayo. So,
yes,
Guy, are you? It's just for everyone on that's listening.
This really isn't for everyone.
Our boy Guy, young guy David Knoll.
That's not for my mom.
That's what I'm gonna send the link to your mom. She'll be our only view. We've heard that you're about to pop your little cherry there, bud.
Yes.
Yeah, you excited? Nervous?
You know. I don't know. I'm not sure because I get so tired.
Oh my god!
Just even just doing anything, any physical thing. Like a lot of people jerk off to fall asleep, and they have to finish to fall asleep. I just get exhausted after like 5 minutes.
Are you doing a bit on me right now?
No, I just fall asleep.
Well, here's my thing. Who takes a whole 5 minutes to jerk off? I know myself pretty well. I can get that handled pretty fast.
I don't know.
No, I'm actually sitting in guys' cave.
Really, dude?
I pass out with my dick in my hand.
It's a tough one.
Dude, I'm lickety split, man. When I go in there, I know exactly what I'm doing. I know all the strokes. I'm in, I'm out.
Because for me at least, it's got to be original every time. It's got to be something unique. For it to for me to actually you know what I mean?
I'm a tried and true kind of guy.
Porn
guy?
It
can't be the same thing over and over again. It can't be the same porn.
Well, how much are you spanking it over there?
How much am I spanking it?
Yeah.
I plead the fifth.
Oof.
Respectfully.
Pussy.
Respectfully.
I would just. Oh.
You don't have to give me an exact number, but.
Okay. A day? A day or a week?
A day?
I was going to say once a day? Twice a day?
Dude, more. Yeah, go ahead, answer.
Yeah, I'd say 2 to 3.
Oh, well, Jesus, you want to be fucking
a week or a day?
2 to 3 a day.
Jesus Christ, a day?
What's wrong with that?
He's a young man.
Oh my God, you guys are fiends, dude.
I don't jerk off that much anymore.
Dude, I'm not even just saying this to be like, oh yeah, I'm so cool. But it's been months for me.
Okay.
Since you last jerked
Since
off.
I last played with my tallywhacker.
Tallywhacker?
Yeah, it's just.
Miss it?
No, I don't miss it, dude.
Well, you have the alternative.
Well, yeah, I've got the real thing, which is pretty sick. But also, what I noticed when I stopped, because I stopped spanking it really before I got a girlfriend, is if you leave it alone for a while, your body will handle it for you.
You talking wet dreams?
Yeah, dude, you'll come in your sleep.
But why would you want that?
Because it's so much better.
It's not a mess.
No,
that is a mess. It should be a mess.
Well, yeah, it's a mess, but it's like probably the second best thing to getting laid. It's probably like the second closest thing.
Clean his sheets in a while.
The thing. I don't like watching. I don't like. Laundry is expensive, and I already do it once a week. The sheets. I wash my sheets once a week, and the linens and all that stuff. And I couldn't imagine.
The disgusted face.
Yeah. Just horrible.
Just horrible.
Horrible.
Yeah, Monday to Sunday jizz.
Yeah, just all over the sheets.
Slowly making yourself a new blanket.
Well, dude, it doesn't happen that fucking often. It's like maybe once every 2 weeks, so twice a month.
Fortnight?
Yeah. And like I said, it's probably the next best thing to having sex is your brain tricking you into thinking you're having sex. Right?
I guess.
And I feel like you kind of need that testosterone buildup. Keeps you motivated.
I'd agree to that too.
Yeah.
But see, the problem is that after like 2, maybe 3 days, all that motivation just gets directed towards me needing to jerk off.
Well, yeah, that's fair. That's the thing. You got to harness that energy, John. Like all those no fap guys on YouTube are talking about.
What, like I'm trying to quit cigarettes?
Yeah, you got to harness that energy.
Myself for 10, 15 minutes on like a crossword puzzle or something.
Nice.
When you feel the urge to jerk off, go to the gym instead.
Well, I'm not fucking doing that. The gym is 8 blocks away. My room's 20 feet from here.
Exactly.
And if I'm feeling real lazy, I do it right where you're sitting.
Oh, you know what? I'm not. Do you use the TV?
No, and I don't jerk off on the couch. I got a class a little bit. I'll fuck on the couch, but I won't jerk off on the couch.
Have you fucked on our couch?
No.
Have you ever watched porn on a TV?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Not since college.
I've never done it.
It feels like
Never.
very much like I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never do that.
It feels like a naughty little thing.
It's like, I don't even know how I'd set it up on a TV. A computer and a phone makes sense. But the TV seems like a bit of a... It just feels like...
I mean, we got a smart TV. We got a YouTube video pulled up right now. You know what I mean? It's not hard.
It feels like...
John, pull some porn up on the TV.
If I did that, I feel like the shit.
Don't actually
Don't
do it.
Don't actually do it.
Video I actually wanted you guys to watch.
We are not gonna watch porn on.
We're not watching porn on the podcast.
Damn, dude. What if that's what this turns into? Is just porn reviews?
I mean, we already got the dick on the wall.
Yeah.
You know, we're halfway there.
That's fair enough, dude.
Yeah.
The episodes that we did with Mike before that we'll never release.
Monitor. Am I closer to the balls or the tip?
You're close to the tip. The tip is right in your ear.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you're getting fucked in the ear.
Getting an earful.
Yeah. Yay! Nice. Guy, tell me. I think what I want to do on this podcast, I just really want to get to know our guests past like surface level questions. Tell me about when you started comedy and
Well, masturbation. I was
right. Yeah.
Surface level.
Tell me your most embarrassing memory.
Well, which one?
Whichever one you want to share, brother.
I've shit my pants a couple times in the last few years.
In the last few years. I like that you added in the last few years.
Wait, are we talking a shart or like a...
I know, a shit.
Like a full-on...
Full-on shit.
All right. What was the scenario there?
I was in an art class, freshman year of high school. I'm a sophomore in college right now.
Okay.
About to end my sophomore year. But I was a freshman in high school, and I was constipated for over a month.
You hadn't shit for a month?
I hadn't shit for a month.
How is that even physically possible?
Excruciatingly painful. It was the most painful thing I'd ever
insane. I feel like...
And you know I'm already not the most...
Were you just not eating very much?
So the fact that...
Guy, were you like eating once every 4 days?
No, I was eating every day.
There's no way that your body could literally be full.
No, I swear. It was like at least a month or at least like 3
How big were these meals you were eating?
It's like pasta. There's a lot of pasta. I always eat pasta, though. That's like the only thing I really eat.
Didn't think to throw any prunes in there or something like... Oh, what? You'd rather not shit for a month than just drink it?
I got a gag reflex to fruit.
How do you know that you have a gag reflex?
Because I've tried fruit, and every time I try it, I gag.
Is your favorite fruit a banana?
No, I don't care for fruit. I don't eat.
Gagging.
I haven't eaten a fruit.
You're supposed to chew it.
I haven't eaten a fruit since 2008.
That probably explains why you walk like you have arthritis already.
No.
Dude, also, you know the proper way to eat a banana as a man, right?
No.
You have to
break it in half.
You have to break off. You have to break off pieces, and then you bite the pieces with your molars. Mm-hmm. Just break off a little piece, bite it on the side.
I'm not
like you're testing a gold coin in the 1800s. That's how you eat a banana.
You're not swaying me on the banana.
Swammy?
Swaying me. You're not.
I'm not swaying you.
I'm not gonna eat the banana.
Dude, you know, if you'd like to get laid,
Yeah.
You could start eating pineapples.
No.
And you can let your prospective female partners know that your jizz will taste delicious.
I see. I didn't know that about pineapple.
Well, that's what happens when you don't eat fruit. All right, so you were constipated for a month.
I shit my pants. So what happened was, I went to the doctor. I went to the doctor a couple times. Dr. Bennett. Hi, Howard. And you know,
Did he give you a nice finger scoop?
No, he didn't do the urology thing. He was just kind of feeling the stomach. You know, he was kind of patting down the stomach, and he was like, "Wow, I can just feel the shit." Like he literally told me he could feel it stuck in there, which is really disgusting to know that.
He can massage it out
there, and he was just like, "Take these meds." I took them for a couple days. It didn't really work, and then I was in art class, and I was working on something in art class. The last art class I ever took. And
shitting your pants ruined art class for me.
And then all of a sudden it was just like I just heard a noise in my stomach, and I was like, oh fuck. And I was like, so there, you know, it sucked because there were, you know, I'm not the most popular. I was never the most popular person. In high school.
You?
I'm not the most popular person now. So it doesn't really help when you're kind of in the middle, and people kind of know you, but then they know you as the guy who shit his pants in art class.
Was that you for the rest of your high school career?
No, because thankfully I ran.
Thankfully someone else shit their pants the next week.
Well, no, it wasn't that the class saw me. It was that a security guard saw me. Because what happened was, I knew it was coming, and I ran out down the hall. I was running down the hall. I was wearing light jeans, like bleach jeans. You know those ones?
Sounds like somebody wrote it.
And
you could start to see the brown spot on the back.
Right.
Well, no. So I start pulling down the pants. I'm in the bath stall, and all of a sudden it's too late. It's like I got halfway the jean to the ass, and I just, you hear it's like one of those old timey cars sputtering, like when they run out of oil. And you're just like, and you make that noise, like someone actually does give you a urology exam, like and everywhere, all over the stall.
Wait, did it just like explode out? Like, so you painted the walls?
I literally
art class in the bathroom. He painted the walls
in the bathroom.
Yeah,
it pushed me forward. I mean, it was rough.
It was violent.
And
it was like that South Park was like hot.
I had to figure out where to put the underwear, because I could still wear the jeans, because the jeans weren't really tainted, but the underwear were destroyed. It was over.
What kind of underwear were you wearing at that time?
Tidy whities.
Oh, brother! Oh, you just had shit-filled tidy whities.
It wasn't just tidy whities. It was tidy whities.
Fruit of the Loom.
With a pattern. It was one of those arcade patterns.
So it was identifiable.
Like what is it called?
Space Invaders?
Space Invaders.
You ruined the Space Invaders
underwear? So it was white Space Invaders underwear, and they were just coated in shit, and an excrement, and all that fun stuff. And I didn't know where to put them, because there were no trash cans in my high school. I went to the biggest public high school in D.C. People used to light the trash cans on fire.
That would have been a really good time for there to be a trash fire for you to dump your underwear there.
They didn't have any trash cans in the bathroom. You just had the toilet, and I couldn't just throw shit-filled under. So I hid it behind the toilet, and then all of a sudden I walk out of the bathroom, and I see a trash can.
What time of the day was this?
And I wanted to have some etiquette, and so I did grab him. I grabbed the shit covered underwear.
Oh God!
I took him outside the bathroom.
No.
And I threw him in the trash can, and this security guard was watching the whole thing unfold.
No.
And I was just.
Did he say anything?
No. I had to go back and wash my hands.
He just made you go wash your hands?
No, I did. Why would he force? Of course, I would wash my hands.
Well, all right. What time of the day was this? Like first period? So the rest of the day you're just.
This was third.
So you're almost done.
Third period. Almost
you do 4 periods or 8?
We were 4 period.
Yeah, same.
4 period group. But it was the class was an hour 20, and I think I had like 40 minutes left of that class.
So you still had another 2 hours in school.
Yeah, just in shit-filled jeans.
Did you feel better at least?
I did feel better. I felt more mobile.
Yeah.
I could move around a little more, you know. But that one was rough. I've shit my pants a couple times. Trying to think about which ones I want to
top the tidy whitey story.
Yeah, because that one's pretty solid.
There's a good one, but it was in middle school, so that's too far back. But this one's a good one. This one was pretty embarrassing. I vomited in the middle of a date because I vomited. So there's this girl who I knew like way back when, and we both just finished freshman year of high school. I hadn't seen her in a while because she went to a private school, and I went to a public school, and she was very attractive in middle school. So I was like, why not I see if I can...
She was hot when she was 14. Let's see what she looks like at 16.
Why not if I make a move? So I messaged her. I'm like, you want to hang out? You want to get a cup of coffee? Something like that. She says, sure. And
what kind of 16-year-old is like, you want to get a cup of coffee?
Yeah, right.
And I hadn't seen her in a long time. So as she started limping over to the Starbucks, limping.
Wait, this.
Like she was a limper. She did not limp when I knew her before, but she limped then. And she limped over to the Starbucks, and I saw what she became. I was so repulsed that I vomited twice. And
in front of her.
No, I'll tell you what happened. She comes over, and I'm like, excuse me, can I use the bathroom? She's like, sure. Go in, Starbucks bathroom. You got to get the code. I'm like, please, code. And I'm vomiting all over the bathroom. Vomiting. Because I was just so disgusted that I was tricked. And I opened the bathroom door, and what do I see? She's right in front of me. I'm like, I need to go back in the bathroom. I said,
no way.
I need to go back in. I'm sorry.
Wait, so what?
And
did she get hit by a car?
And I vomited more.
Why was she limping now?
I was too selfish to ask.
So,
let me ask you,
the only thing that was different is that she had a limp now.
Nah, she also had like fucked up teeth. Her teeth got fucked up. It was like a whole thing.
Sounding like this girl got hit by a car.
Probably.
I'm gonna say hit by a car.
Yeah, but I wouldn't date someone that
got hit by a car.
For sakes, dude.
Guy, I feel like you can't really be picky. What are you? Your 20-year-old version?
All right.
It's not for everyone. You something, though.
You might need to hit her up and see if she can limp on over to your dorm room.
Let me ask you something though, bud. What happened first, the vomit story or the shit yourself story?
The shit yourself.
Oh, okay.
In the same year?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a rough year for the. How old are you that year?
15.
Wait, so this
15 was a tough year.
Himself in art class. And then he sees this
and then he thinks he's
still too good for this.
He's too good for the girl that got hit by a car. Listen, I might have Jackson Pollocked all over the bathroom stall.
Which one?
But I walked out just fine.
There's been a few of those.
Jeez, kid.
That have really gone awry. That were pretty embarrassing.
John, can you pull up a video on YouTube for me?
What do you want to watch?
I just real quick when Randy takes the world's biggest poop in South Park.
Okay. Oh, I've seen this.
Hot, 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 hot. There it is. This was Guy.
Oh God, here it comes.
Well, no. He has an advantage over me. His pants are all the way down. Mine weren't.
My God.
There we go. Hot, hot, hot.
I said before, he has an advantage. He was established on that toilet already.
Yeah.
I was not established on that toilet.
Dude, you threw up on the date. Knew. And did she know you were throwing up?
No.
What? No. Did you finish the date afterwards?
Yeah, I went through an hour more of it. I got I got an ice.
He had all the puke out. You might as well stay.
Frappuccino with whipped cream, and she got some disgusting fruit drink with the.
Was the conversation stimulating?
No, it was not very good. And then what happened was I was like, all right, this was good. I think it's hour. This is all the time I have. I have to go. And I just got up and I left. And I kind of realized what a piece of shit I was because I just left her there and she couldn't really get out.
Oh, so now you're realizing you're a piece of shit.
And I felt bad, but I just kept walking because I was like, I'm never going to see her again.
Jeez. And then she got hit by another car and died at the end. Damn, kid. That's a tough one. John, you ever throw up on a date before?
No.
I've thrown up from being too drunk.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, see, I was never much of a puker. I think since I was like 12, I've maybe puked like 4 or 5 times in my life.
Did you just rip ass on the couch?
No, I moved my back.
Oh, the whole couch vibrated. Look. Oh, okay. I was like, Jesus, kid.
I would not do that.
You shitting on my couch now?
Speaking of which,
So, John, you were saying?
I think I maybe puked 4 or 5 times in my life, but there was one
way
that since I was like 12 or something.
Oh yeah.
Since you were 12,
I was like actually able to control it, kinda. One time I did go over to it was back when
I actually vomited a couple days ago. Speaking of which,
nice.
There you go, buddy.
Drive over back to New York from DC. I was on a call with the financial aid office at NYU.
And you found out how much money you weren't gonna get.
Yeah, well, no, seriously, I was like,
so your next semester is $60,000.
I need to go, and he's like, why? And I'm like, I need to go, and I hung up the call, and I just like all out the window.
There's much more affordable, less gay universities you could go to.
Yeah, well, my mom wants me to go to NYU, so I like NYU.
Despite everything.
Yeah.
Even in the current situation, she still wants you to stay at NYU.
Still,
huh?
yes.
All right. Well,
Still.
Fair enough.
Trooper.
Fair enough.
Doesn't really say anything about the Jewish survival instinct. But,
you'd think when you see moms protesting about you guys, you'd get out.
The more we stick around, I think the better. If I'm going to be honest, if we stick around.
John, what do you think about that?
Personally, I can't agree. But I'm sure in theory it would work. Maybe, yeah.
That's so funny, dude. Oh, but so you throwing up on the date, John? You said you've only thrown up a couple times in your life.
On a date. So it was back when I was in college. I was going over to this girl's dorm. She was a volleyball player. She was smoking hot, dude. Like 9 ways my time.
And you got so nervous that you threw up.
No. Oh. So I did what I always do before I date. I pre-gamed a little bit. And I had maybe 4 or 5 tall boys. And then I go over to their dorm room, and they're, I'm actually, in this story, I'm younger than Guy is now. I'm only like 18, 19 years old. So I go over there, and everybody's smoking pot, and I didn't know about the cross-faded thing.
Oh, you got crossed?
So, yeah, right, exactly. Because, it was also like my second time smoking weed just because I wanted to look cool in front of this girl.
And then you just started yakking everywhere?
Oh, dude, I was conscious for 30 more seconds. And then I woke up the next morning, bunch of basketball players just surrounding me, laughing their fucking asses off. Then they show me a video of me passed out on the floor next to a pile of my own spew.
Oh, so I'm guessing nothing ever happened with that girl.
Nope, never spoke to her again.
Damn, dude. Oh, that's tough, bud.
Great story.
Guy, if you had stories like that, it would excuse your lack of manhood so far.
Probably.
Have you had the opportunity? Have you come close?
To what?
Sealing the deal?
To sealing the deal? A couple times.
Okay. What's the closest you've been?
The closest I got, I was going to meet with the girl. He
sniffed it one time.
No, it was going to...
Do you know what it smells like?
What?
Pussy.
Well, a good one or a bad one, because they got different smells.
Yeah, well, let's start with any pussy, and then we'll work our way down from there.
No, I do not.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's why that was the first question.
Well, no, so... Man, this really isn't for everyone. But, it's for me.
Very intellectually stimulating conversation.
I'm having fun. No, but, oh, yeah, so I was like, this girl wanted to meet up at night. I'd go to her apartment on St. Mark's. But I ate a lot of mac and cheese that night. And because of that, it knocked me out. I got too tired, and I said no.
So you missed out on an opportunity to get laid because of mac and cheese. Yeah. You are a 12-year-old boy.
In some ways, yes. In other ways.
Or are you a 90-year-old man?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I would have came over, but I ate too much mac and cheese.
2 out of the 3 stories you've told on this podcast so far stem from the fact that you ate too much pasta.
It's true.
So I'm thinking maybe...
Yeah, maybe you should lay off the pasta there, bud.
I'm never going to lay off. I love it too much.
Dang, I haven't thrown up on, like, a first date. Not thrown up on someone before.
Thrown up on somebody.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, dude. First grade, I was in. It came out of nowhere too. I was just in class. I was handing. Dude, like I was waiting in line to hand my teacher my math work so she could check it, and I extend my arm and just. all over the dude. I still remember the look on her face. Miss Mandina, I'm so sorry.
Sure, they're loving the vomit content.
She's still holding the assignment in her hand, and she just looks down at herself like, oh god. But I got to go home early. That was cool.
Nice.
That was the same year I pissed myself because she said I couldn't go to the bathroom until I finished.
You know, I never did that.
So she told me I couldn't go to the bathroom until after I finished my math thing. And I said, but it's an emergency. And she said, well, you have to finish your math. So I pissed myself. I wasn't going to make it. So in that year...
My great uncle did that.
Yeah, dude.
He told me the story.
In that year, I pissed my pants in class and threw up on my teacher.
Nice. She probably
No, she probably hated me, dude.
She probably loved you.
The surprise puke is what really got it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, here.
Yeah. I don't think I've puked on a teacher. Puked on doctors.
Yeah.
And on family members.
I feel like doctors should be used to that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Who'd you puke on, John?
Ooh. Let's see here.
Volleyball girl invited me back over.
I had a second shot and then I fucking blew it. Nah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I puked on a couple of my friends my first time drinking. Puked on a couple of inmates when I was in the drunk tank when I was 19.
Oh, you puked on other drunk people?
Oh, yeah.
Were they just pissed?
Oh, yeah.
Did you get the shit kicked out of you?
No. I was the biggest guy in there. And, like, when they throw you in the drunk tank, dude, everybody's pretty sloshed already.
Yeah.
So, like... They couldn't even really, like, stand up, you know what I mean? There was a lot of sitting going on in that cell.
And you're just puking on him?
Oh, yeah.
You're, like, kicking a man while he's down.
Dude, I was a fucking animal in that cell.
Jesus.
What else happened in that cell you said?
Oh, let's see. I got punched in the face by one of the friends I went to a house party with. So I was covered in blood.
The cell?
No.
Oh, before.
Beforehand. So I was covered in blood. Then I spewed. Then I had this brilliant idea that I was going to break out of the cell by punching through the bulletproof glass.
Jesus. Did you fuck your hand up?
Oh, yeah, dude. It was broken for the next... It was swollen for 2 months after.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. So I vividly remember, probably because the pain woke me up from my drunken stupor there for a little bit, but after I punched the glass, like, every cop in the building, like, reached for their gun.
Like
just standing there like, well, fuck, that didn't work.
Like you're a gorilla in the fucking zoo.
You're like Bane from like the comic books or Killer Croc, just smashing the fucking cell wall.
Jesus, dude.
Didn't even make a dent though.
Jesus
well, yeah, if it could stop a bullet, I didn't think you'd be able to punch through it.
I was pretty confident. Like,
yeah, I bet you were. How many times did you swing before you're like, all right, I'm pretty sure my hand's broken?
Literally just the once. That's all it took.
You're like, yeah, all right, I'll pass on this one. Nice.
I even had the wherewithal to like walk out of view
like,
before I started crying.
You just embarrassed, like, you know, when people in movies they slide over slowly. That was John. Like, well, all right.
Like that.
Damn, dude. Was this before or after you puked on everyone in the cell?
So it went punch in the face, then it went puke, then it went punch.
You're like, well, I got it out of me. I'm feeling the strength.
You got the beats right.
You said you were only 19 when this happened, too?
Yeah.
Did you get an MIB or they just threw you in the drunk tank?
No, it was just a drunk tank. It was Halloween. I think they had enough problems with real crime because I wasn't like driving or nothing.
Sure,
you know
it's
what I mean?
overwhelming.
You were just walking around on the sidewalk?
Oh, yeah. I was just shit house on a college campus.
And they're like, all right, just sleep it off here, you fucking stupid kid.
Yeah. By the way, my friends took their sweet fucking time getting me in the morning.
Yeah, did they?
Yeah.
How long do they make you wait?
Well, Jesus, they knew I was missing at 7 o'clock. They didn't come get me till 1.
Seriously?
Yeah, dude.
Well, how did they find out you were there?
I think they started calling around.
And like, what the fuck happened to John? Like, oh, I think he got arrested. How'd you get arrested?
Actually, with a bunch of Australian kids. So.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, have you seen this fucker?
So what, you leave a party, you're walking on the sidewalk drunk, and then...
No, I actually got picked up because I was pissing in the hallway of a dormitory.
You just dropped.
The dorm I was invited into. I had to go to the bathroom, and just like you with your math test, I knew I wasn't going to make it.
So you just peed in a corner?
Yep.
And they're like, all right, get this joker out of here.
Yep.
The campus police got you?
No, it was an RA that snitched on me.
And then,
that's fucked up.
Yeah.
But how fast did they get to you?
Situation
Oh, very fast, because I fell down the stairs like 2 or 3 times before that happened. And, you know, I'm a big guy, so I made a lot of noise. Yeah, as I was going down. Because it wasn't like stone steps or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Damn, kid.
Yeah, I used to be wild back then. It took me a while to settle down and just become one type of problem.
Dude, when I first met John, pretty early into our friendship, we went and did this road gig in Des Moines. Yeah. And we got just shithoused. We got fucked up. And... John passes out on a deflated air mattress in this girl's living room with a beer in his hand. And I go check on him the next morning. He still has the beer in his hand. He wakes up and just continues to drink the beer.
Last night.
Dude, last night, he literally picked up right where he left off.
That's amazing.
It was pretty great. I was like, all right, this kid's a fucking animal.
That's incredible.
Oh, so good, dude. Damn. All right, well, what does the future hold for young guy Knoll?
Future hold? It's actually a good question. In August, I'm shooting a movie that I co-wrote, a feature, 97 pages.
It's called Deep Throat 2.
It's called The Christmas Party.
The Christmas Party.
A Christmas Party.
Nice.
And we just casted it. And we're shooting it in D.C. in August. And I'm really excited about it.
Oh, nice, dude. That's cool. Yeah. Student film?
No,
film.
This is something we're gonna shop to places.
Yeah, you got a budget for it and everything?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's exciting.
How'd you get a budget pulled together?
So it's a funny story. One of my best friends, who I used to have a podcast with, Alex Helmer, he shot a movie a short film that won a bunch of awards called Cognac at the Indy 500. It's a very good movie. And he kind of came up to me and he was like, hey, I'm writing this movie. I wrote a part for you. It's a comedy. I was like, oh, thank you so much. And then he kind of just wanted me to sit in while he wrote the script. But then I started contributing more and more stuff into it. And I kind of learned a lot about how much I love drafts. I love writing drafts. It's so much fun. It's so self-fulfilling. It's really, I never liked writing scripts before. Because I used to just think it was like a one and done kind of deal,
right?
You know, but it's not. It's kind of like stand up in a way where you keep rewriting till it, and you're just trying to make. And what I loved about it was, you know, with stand up we're always trying to make ourselves laugh, but I'm making my one of my best friends laugh.
Right.
Writing the script, so we finished the script. I'm really proud of it. I'm really excited to shoot it in August. I don't know when the release is, but. Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man.
Thank you.
Man, give us a synopsis. What's it about?
It's essentially there's this kid. He came back from college, and his family goes to this annual Christmas party. They're invited to this party every year, and he's a young college kid, so he's been disappointed by college, like many people in my generation, because people in my generation think of college like it's a Disney Channel show, like it's this all these parties and all the, or Riverdale or some bullshit like that. you know. And then he kind of shows that no, it actually sucks. It's boring, and I want to get laid. And you know, he discusses this at this party, and he's trying to get laid at the party too. And there's other things too, like family and other themes that are important, but. That's one of the main. There's a lot of different characters. It's good though. It's very good. I think you'll all enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll never watch it, but I'm sure it's gonna be great. I'll watch it for you, bud. Dude, I asked Mike this last time. I think this might be a fun thing to ask the guests.
All right, here.
What's something about yourself that you want to work on? What's something you need to improve?
There's a lot of things.
All right, well pick the top one.
Pick top one.
What's the thing you want to improve on?
What I want to improve on, I guess my posture.
Good answer.
Yeah, that's a good answer. That's a solid answer.
Honestly, it's so fucked up.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
really bad. And I
told you we need to get you lifting weights.
Last night I was at West Side Comedy Club, and I was walking around. And I felt this just pain. And I just kind of realized that I was slouching like 5 inches off of it. Because I don't even walk with my knees all the way straight. So it's
You walk with your knees bent?
So they're kind of bent when I stand. And so I kind of realized it. And I was kind of hunched over. And I looked old. And I was hanging out with a lot of the older comedians. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, guy. You know, you look like shit. And this is horrible. You got to go to the gym. And I do the treadmill. I like the treadmill a lot, and I'm trying to do some more back exercises.
You're an 85-year-old woman.
85. Well,
I need to do back exercises. I love the treadmill.
You know what I wear? I wear a tracksuit.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You wear a tracksuit when you go to the gym?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I have a photo on my Instagram.
And this is why you've never felt the
thumbnail.
warm velvet walls of a woman.
Hey, he actually doesn't look bad. He looks like he owns a condo down in Florida.
Yeah? I could see that. You could be the accountant for the Russian mob. That's what you look like. Yeah. We call him the Jew. and
Why do you call him that?
Very inventive title.
Yeah,
nice, dude. You're a young kid.
I'd say so.
Have you been paying attention to any of this Drake-Kendrick beef?
What is that?
All right, well, we'll move past that one then.
I don't know who Kendrick is.
Oh my God! All right.
I know Drake.
We got to cut that part out.
Yeah.
We've said today that was the worst one.
Yep. Oh wow.
I don't know Kendrick.
All right, we're gonna have to get you educated. Moving on. Okay. Next topic.
Yes.
You're on campus. There's a picture of you on the school newspaper. Uh-huh. What do you make of what's going on with all this on campus right now? You're in the heart of it. Let me ask you this: has it affected your classes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What, they cancel finals and shit?
It's not that they cancel finals. I can't get in. You can't get in the buildings. Like they're blocking the way to your buildings, which is kind of annoying because we're paying a lot of. They're like, we're paying a lot of money, so we shouldn't be thrown off when we're in camping. And I'm like, yeah, but we're paying a lot of money to actually go to the fucking school.
So what is it? What happens with the professors? Do you get in trouble for not showing up to class? Do you get remote work or what's
remote, going on? Usually it's just we get called. Class gets like canceled in the middle of class because somebody pulls a fire alarm. It's getting pretty hectic over there.
Really?
Yeah, and yes, there was a photo of me holding a Israeli flag, and it did get me into some trouble with some kids in my class. I was told by somebody to just watch it because somebody was going to plan on doing a whole big they wanted to have a their moment. And on me, and to kind of unleash in front of the whole class. I emailed the teacher.
What do they call it? The Muslim, like the Islamic terrorist guys, when they put a hit out on somebody. What do they call that?
Fatwa?
Yes. Is there going to be a fatwa on Guy now?
Yeah.
They were on the surprise.
Salman Rushdie.
Lock the door.
Salman Rushdie.
This is our moment.
Salman Rushdie, Larry David, Guy David Knoll.
Dude, you're going to get shot. Like, I gewollt.
Well, I mean, we were discussing this.
Honestly, guy would make the funniest noise if he got shot.
Yeah, we were discussing this the other day. I probably will get shot.
Oh, I'm getting blood all over my sweater.
Wait, have you told Zach that story about
not. Holy shit.
Okay.
This is a good comedy story.
This is a good comedy
All right,
story.
let's
So
hear
I
it.
was hosting a mic at the Pear. Shout out Grizzly Pear. You know, because they're great. And basically, I'm hosting a mic.
Sure.
You know how they are.
Yeah.
Awful. Horrible, horrible situation. The worst comedy you could possibly see.
It makes you want to give up.
I wouldn't say it makes you want to give up.
No, on life, not
Not
comedy.
life, yes. Yeah. And you're just kind of sitting there, and you get a headache, and it's just the worst. Money's good, but the headache's awful. And so basically, I'm watching this guy, and I go up in the middle of after every comic, because I like to do it because I feel like it refreshes. A lot of open mic hosts just stay in the back. They're like, on deck, da-da-da, but your next comic, you know. But I don't like doing that. I like just going back up and kind of being like, hey, give it up for him, and you can get a little extra stage time off of doing that. So this one guy, I've seen him a couple times before. He kind of looks like if Jim Croce fucked the Hobbit. Like he's got a really weird, distinct look. And John knows who I'm talking about, this guy. And I made a joke about him on stage. Or I made a joke about someone else on stage before he went up, and he just yelled out loud, "You're a fucking douchebag." And I was just like, all right, thanks, you know. And I just kept going. I was like, ladies and gentlemen, your next comic. I'm not going to say his name. I don't remember his last name. I only know his first name. And he goes up. He tries to make fun of the last comic. Shits on their closer with as his opener. Bombs. So I yell out from the back, "Nice attempt," you know, and it gets a laugh. And he's just like, "Fuck you." He's like mad. I was like, all right, Jesus Christ. And, you know, he bombs for 5 minutes, and, you know, it's a real waste of his time and money. And I go up there, and I'm like, give it up for him. And he had, like, a button-down shirt, and his head was kind of shaved at that point. So I was like, give it up for him. It's Gilbert Gottfried, but with zero talent. And all of a sudden, I just hear him yell at me. And he's like, fuck you, you piece of shit, you douchebag. And I was just like, all right. We're going to have a great show. You guys ready for your next comic? Come on. Yeah. So then, I'm at the bar with John. And Nikhil, you know Nikhil, shout out Nikhil. But Nikhil didn't show up yet. So me and John are at the bar, and we're just talking. All of a sudden, he's sitting next to us, and he's like, how do you guys feel about
T.J. Miller.
T.J. Miller. Mm-hmm. Like, we like
Nikhil asked that, or this kid?
No, this kid. And we said we like T.J. Miller because T.J. Miller is funny, and you know. And he said, I don't think so. Okay. Now, you know what? I saw that guy twice last week. Really? Yeah. The first time I went up to him and I said, "Stop raping people." And me and John are just kind of like beyond, like, what the fuck. And then he said, yeah, his girlfriend didn't like that. I was like, yeah, obviously not. I said, you saw him a second time? He's like, yeah. I'm sure he fucking loved that. A second time in a week. He's like, hey, remember me? I'm the guy who told you raped people. Like, and he was getting cranky. He's like, you know, everyone in there sucked. You know? No one's comedy's not about being relatable. Comedy's about being funny. And he was just going on this long tangent. And then the best part was, to me, is he's like, take me. And then he tries out one of his jokes, and it just falls flat at the bar. It's just like nothing. John's looking at him like he's a fucking sociopath.
What's this kid's name?
No idea.
I have no idea. I'm looking at him like he's a sociopath. Nikhil at that point is there, and we're all just staring at him. And then he's just, well, fuck him. He started pointing at me, screaming, fuck you. Fuck you. You suck. You suck. He was sitting next to this girl who came to the open mic for some stupid reason. Obviously an immigrant.
Like, just to watch?
Yeah, obviously an immigrant. No American would watch that. I said after she walked out, I said, even if this was in England, she wouldn't have laughed. It's true. And she's sitting there next to him, enjoying his smell. And, you know, he's homeless. And John told me that afterwards. I didn't know he was homeless before. And so he...
I think I know who it is.
Guy.
Oh, the kid with the guitar.
Yeah.
Guitar.
Oh, he was doing comedy?
Yeah.
He is doing comedy.
Mm-hmm.
He's banned. He's supposed to be banned.
From the pair?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he made a huge, big thing.
He did it
There was a show on a Sunday, and he was at the show, and he tried to walk onto the stage and grab the mic and just start doing time.
Jesus.
Well, wait. So
he threw him out, and he was like refusing to leave, so we had to call the cops to come get him. And
that's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like banned. He's supposed to be banned.
And he hates Guy Knoll.
He hates me with a passion because
Oh,
he started screaming about me, and then he started like it was funny because he was talking up. I was on the phone with a really good friend of mine, Oscar, who's a really good comic. We were talking about this last night on the phone. He loves this nutcase, and Oscar's great. Oscar's a very funny comic. And this comic's like, Oscar, he's so great. I always knew he's gonna, like da 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 da. And then he's like, but you suck. You're awful. And so he's next to this girl, and he and somebody was like, so you went to see the open mic? She's like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, she's getting the New York City experience. And I was like, why don't you go see a show? I said that to her, and he's like, yeah. And then he says, yeah, go to the Comedy Cellar. Not his stupid show. He sucks. And he just kept going at me. And I was just,
at one point, we hadn't said a word to this kid in like 10 minutes.
Well, then my back was to him.
Right.
There was a point where my back was just to him.
Guy's just moving further and further away.
I don't want to deal with it. And so then, my back's to him, and John's just doing his job. John's, and John kind of just walks 1 inch closer, just 1 inch. And all of a sudden, screaming starts again. He's like, and this motherfucker, he sucks at comedy. Mm-hmm. He's such a hack.
The thing that I'm...
and another.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm hung up on is this kid's homeless, but he still paid $5 for the open mic.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how, but right before this happened, someone actually paid him $100 in the park for playing guitar. Still chose to use it on an open mic.
I know. Mm-hmm. And he said to me, my favorite thing was, he said, unlike you, I don't get on shows. I'm doing it the real way. And I was just like...
That's an interesting insult.
What do you mean?
Dude, I had a girl...
we're both doing it the real... I don't understand.
I had a girl cuss me out during a show. We were going back and forth. I called her Brooklyn trash, and she called me white trash. I was like, dude, have you not been listening to my jokes? That's calling myself white trash. Can't use my own insult against me. And she I get off stage and
John's an orphan.
Yeah. I get off stage and the manager tries to throw her out. She's like refusing to leave.
Yeah.
And finally, this dude she's with drags her outside, and me and her are still arguing outside. And this argument goes on for 20 minutes. And somewhere in...
Is this McDougal?
No. This is in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere in this argument, it flipped, and she started hitting on me.
No fucking way.
In front of the guy she was with.
God.
After I'd been calling her a dumb bitch for heckling for 30 minutes. She's like, what's your number?
You get into fights with everybody. I've seen it. He gets in the fights with the guy in the Minetta corner.
Oh, don't even get me started about Rickhead.
Yeah.
Dude, I've gotten his face and told him I was going to fuck him up. Dude, I hate that guy.
Fucking midlife.
And I feel like I'm a pretty easy guy to get along with. I'm pretty pleasant. That dude just crawls under my skin.
Scum of the earth.
Yeah.
All those fucking...
his coworkers don't even like him. He's the worst.
The fucking worst. And the Sunflower Arcade workers.
All right, we're getting way off.
Oh, sorry.
No. That's a good comedy story, though.
No,
that's a fun one.
I've wanted to when I'm barking now. It's like there are 3 people on the corner.
Yeah.
The same corner.
Dude,
I can't bark anymore.
I think my favorite comedy bomb story. Let's tell that one our favorite comedy bomb story, and then we'll wrap it up. Does that sound good?
Okay.
So for me, there was one time I was it was an 8 and a 10 o'clock on like a Saturday.
Yeah.
And I was barking. This is like when I first got into the pair, I was barking.
Yeah.
And I closed the 8 o'clock show, so I had to run right back outside and start barking for the 10 o'clock, like as soon as my set was done. Mm-hmm. And so I go up, end of the show, bomb. Terrible. Run straight back outside, start barking again. I see this couple that was in the front row. They're walking past me.
Oh, isn't that always fun when you see them after a bad show? It's like they just saw like Nagasaki or something below Chernobyl.
Listen.
They're like,
so
they look at you like you're...
No,
look at you like,
they didn't see me. They didn't see me.
They're like, what?
They look at each other.
Yeah.
They're talking to each other. They don't see me there. And the guy says to the girl, he's like, hey, that was a pretty good show. And she's like, yeah, I had a lot of fun. He goes, yeah. That last guy was horrible, though. Oh. And I was like, comedy show.
God damn.
Yeah. And then I still have to bark for another, like, 4 hours. Oh,
fuck. I ever bombed. I was in Cambridge, Massachusetts. This is when I lived in Waltham, Massachusetts, when I went to Brandeis. And every week I would go to this variety mic called the Lily Pad Inn. And it was really cool because there'd be like Boston comedy legends would be there, like Jimmy Tingle and people like that. It was really awesome. But there was a lot of music acts, a lot of poetry. There was one guy who did poetry and yoga at the same time. Very weird. Who I had to follow a couple times. But this night I was number 27 on the mic. And I go up. And the host is motorboating his dog's tits. And very strange. He had his dog and he went like in the nipples area, the nipple region.
All right, that's interesting.
It's like the way the room is positioned, the host kind of sits in the center in the middle, like a Caesar's thumbs up, thumbs down.
Sure.
And then everyone else sits behind him. It's like 30 people are in the crowd.
Sure.
It's a good crowd. And I'm doing well. It's starting off really well. I see him doing this thing to his dog. I make a comment about it. He starts freaking out. He starts screaming at me while I was on stage. He's like, get off stage. I was like, excuse me? He's like, get the fuck off stage. I will beat the shit out of you. I will fuck you up. Seriously, I want to teach you something. Get off stage. I did not get off stage.
Yeah?
I did not get off stage. I did the 5 minutes. You could hear a pin drop. It was the most horrific, scary. I never went back there again. It was also my last week living in Massachusetts, so it was kind of like a fitting.
Like, all right, I'm making a good choice.
Yeah. And it was terrifying because he was much bigger. He actually looked like one of those Russians that would kill a Jew in a pogrom. Like he was a really intimidating, intense-looking guy. It was very scary. Because he wanted to beat the shit out of me, But in the end, I ran out as soon as I was done.
I'm just gonna do my time and scram out.
Bolted. So that was the worst I think I've ever bombed.
Nice. Yeah, I've never had someone threaten to fight me. I had a lady follow me onto the parking lot and yell at me once.
I had a lady take a swing at me after a show.
Jesus.
In Boston, and that was scary.
Yeah.
It was actually at the same venue, but I didn't think much of it then. Now I'm like, I should.
Yeah, it's pattern,
at that
bud.
point, but no.
Right.
I liked it. There was crowds.
Yeah.
Good stage time.
Fair enough. Johnny boy?
First off, I bombed all the time.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
Part of the game.
But I've only had really something noteworthy happen twice. I won't even consider the second one a bomb. But for the first one, I just moved to New York.
Was it when both of us were yelling your punchlines out?
No. That one fucking pissed me off.
Dude, I've never seen John that mad before.
He literally did this with his hand. Just poked me. And I was
Dude, pretty hard.
I only used one finger.
Yeah, one finger.
Yeah.
It hurts so
I think you at least used two.
It was a painful pain.
It was a jab. Dude, he was pissed.
So mad.
But the thing though, you still did really well that
You did
set.
great.
Because there was another lady that we didn't know that was also drunkenly yelling your punchline.
She was.
Do you remember that?
It was at the same time.
Yeah.
That's when I was still doing the fucking Aladdin joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And And
yeah.
you handled that heckle really well. And so then we were like, all right, we're just going to back off. We're just going to leave it. And you're so pissed.
Somebody else is doing damage.
Yeah, like, all right, when a real crowd member is getting involved, then it's a problem.
Now it's just pathetic. I know, and the crowd.
But you handled it really well.
You handled it great.
Yeah.
But that's not even one of the stories I was going to pick. I totally forgot about that one until just fucking now.
Yeah, what were you going to say?
I was going to talk about when I first moved to New York. I was still running around in the open mic scene. It was like my first month here, so I was, fucking bottom of the food chain, fucking bombing every single time.
Yep.
I got the bright idea to go and check out Harlem Nights.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, you were the one that pressured me to do it.
Was I there with you?
No, you were not.
Did you get
You were like,
zero?
Oh, I didn't get a spot. I'm going down to the village. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll tough this out. I'm trying to shop it up with other people. Like, I still got faith in my jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, everybody's going out there. They're getting like 14, 15 bells.
Oh, so to explain this mic, it's in Harlem, obviously.
You can't really bomb
no, because it's like a show. They get a crowd full of people in there. And if they like your... It's not just a black room, it's a Harlem black room. And if they like
a black room story,
dude, if they like your jokes, they'll ring the bell. And so John, continue.
So everybody else is going up there. They're getting like 14, 15 bells. And I'm like, all right, well. And at this point, my ego had already started taking blows. So I'm like, maybe I can get like 10.
Yeah.
I went up there with a new 5 minutes. The whole time, 1 bell. Right at the end.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah, I almost didn't even get up on the scoreboard. And then I just walked off, and I remember the other open micers I were talking to before I went on stage just kind of like avoided eye contact. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I've seen someone go up and get no bells for 5 minutes.
When I came to New York,
tough.
When I moved to New York and started doing the open mics, because the first 3 weeks I was just doing the same, my tight 5, because I was so terrified of looking like a wimp,
Yeah.
biscuit comic, like a piece of shit. And so I'd meet comics at these mics and I'd become friends with them, and then they would see my, it was like you needed to see each other's sets. It's kind of like it was a weird thing. But the black room story I have, Sharif Johnson, who's a friend of all three of us,
Nah, we're cool.
Yeah,
okay.
Friends with him.
I thought you
Don't do that. Don't do that on that. I'm going to say it again so that we can edit it. I'm saying it again.
I got you.
Sharif Johnson, who's a friend of all of ours.
I'm not kidding. Yeah, I love Sharif. I love Sharif. Yeah.
All three of us.
All right, continue.
I had a show at this place called Brightside Tavern in Jersey City. And it was a black room. And I remember he, beforehand, because, I'm the youngest guy, there's no one to seat, so I sat everybody down. No one wanted to sit in the front.
Right.
No one wanted to sit in the front. I was also hosting the show. And I sat everybody down. Eventually I got people in the front, but these two people, were so adamant, they moved themselves to the middle. And there were these 2 empty seats in the front. And I go up and I just say, hey, shout out to the guys in the middle. And all of a sudden, I just see 2 middle fingers just pop up, and people just start hating me. I mean, people did not like my jokes. I tried doing crowd work. People just go and it was really brutal. Everyone else did well except me.
Damn,
so it's not that it was a bad
dude, those
crowd.
are the worst bombs.
It's not that it was a bad crowd. I sucked, and I can admit I sucked. And I also had blood drawn that day. And so I was a little bit, out of it. And so I was so disoriented, I did the wrong setups to the wrong punchlines. And so it was like, I was just fucking up joke after joke after joke. It was bad. It was so bad that within the 10 minutes of my set, Sharif was like, give it up for God, everybody. And he got me off the stage. He was saving the show. He was saving the show.
How many minutes in?
5 minutes.
Oh, he's like, all right, we're going to go ahead and yank this right out.
Eternity. And then I'm with, and then there was this one lady in the audience. She was heckling almost every comic. It was crazy. And I go outside with Adam Gable, who's also a friend of all of ours. And we go outside, we talk for a couple minutes. He's the nicest guy, he gives me some really good advice. And we go back into the showroom, and all of a sudden she's on stage. And it was the craziest shit. And she's like, and I'm not the thing. And she's like, she's shitting on the food there. She's like, I wanted a pizza. And, you know, it came cold. And she just kept going and going. And me and Gabe were just like, what the fuck did we miss?
Yeah.
I mean, it was such a funny... I bombed horribly, but it was such a fun experience. Those shows were great.
Yeah.
I mean, I just sucked that one.
The best stories are the bomb stories.
The bomb stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's ever like, oh, dude, this one time I crushed, and then I got a bunch of pussy afterwards, and they paid me $1 million. Like, no, those aren't fun stories.
No.
John's like, yeah, that's pretty fun. They're fun stories to live in the moment. They're not fun stories to retell later.
Live stories.
Yeah.
Good. Like, if you're outside of that, you're kind of like, what the fuck?
I'm like, all right, cool, good for you, but
wasn't me.
Storyteller you are.
I guess
exactly.
so. But all right, cool. Well, we've hit our hour mark.
Okay.
Guy, thanks for being on, bud. Love you, buddy.
It was fun. I'd love to do it again.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you back. We don't have a lot of friends, so. John, I'm signing out.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, gang.
See you later.
Take care, guys.